Lion of Judah, let the lion roar. Hail, hail, Lion of Judah, let the lion roar. Roar. Hey everyone, this is Danny. Welcome to this piano tutorial where I'm going to teach you how to play Lion by Elevation Worship off of their newest album called Lion. This is a great song and it's a very popular one, so we're just going to take a look at this today. You might be able to see that my camera angle here is really low down on the piano. This is middle C right here, and this is the lowest note on the piano here, the A. And that's because this song is like really far down on the piano, but we'll look at that in just a minute. Let's look at the key that this song is in, just like we always should. Whenever we play a worship song, we should always look at the key and then play through the scale to get ourselves oriented with it. So the song Lion is in the key of D minor, which is the same key signature as F major, which has one flat, and that's B flat. So we're going to play through this, and I would just like you to do this with me right now, if you would. And here is our scale. We have D, 1, E2, F3, G4, A5, B flat 6, C, which is the 7, and D, which is our 1. Now those numbers that I'm saying are the interval numbers, and they are super important. If you'd like to learn more about that, I would invite you to check out my book, which is down in the link below in the description for this video. And I'll teach you all about interval numbers, amazing ways to do improv when you're playing piano for worship, and so many other great things. So yes, I warmly welcome you to check that out in the link below. This song is in D minor, as we've just seen, and it's kind of a simple song, but a complicated one at the same time. It's just so low on the piano, but let's get right into it now. So here is the intro. It starts on the D minor chord, which is the 1 chord in this key. And it's really low with the left hand here, which is not what I normally do, but the song definitely calls for it. So you're just gonna have to be careful about when you play a 3-note chord like this, or just an octave, which I don't normally advise, as you would see in my book if you read it, if you check that out. But this song, they do that, and it's definitely great for that because it's so far down, but we'll get there in just a second. So the first chord is the D minor, and for the left hand, we're gonna play this. D, A, D. So that's an octave with a 5th in the middle. And for the right hand, we're actually going to stay pretty much in the same place the entire time with the right hand, and that is right here. It's on F, A, D, like that. So we're practically going to stay in this position the entire time with the right hand. There's no moving around, which is kind of nice. We're going to play some different notes and stuff, but we'll get to that a little bit later. We're playing this chord like most of the time, so that's kind of nice. With that being said, let's get into it. The intro goes like this: D minor, as we've looked at, and then we go to B flat, and that B flat is going to be here. We have B flat, and we can still do this 3-note shape here. We're just so borderline about when it's just getting too muddy, you know. We can't really, it just sounds so muddy down there, but this is okay. And you can check out their official tutorial as well, where they're doing basically the same thing, which I've looked at too. It's a nice thing to watch, but they do so many changes on there. So I thought I would do this video to hopefully help you out a little more if possible. But for the B flat, we're going to do an octave B flat with an F natural in the middle, with still the same right hand shape. So we go back and forth between those two chords, and there's a special right hand thing that we're doing here. And it looks like this. You play all 6 notes, time. But then with the right hand, you keep going with the pinky like this. And then you go down to the B flat and you do the same thing. Keep going with the pinky only. And that's the intro. That's all there is to that. But this is very important to understand with the right hand and the pinky and the way it keeps going like that, because this will continue throughout the entire song. It's really important. This song is different than most of the other worship songs that we see. It's in a minor key, and it has this D pedal tone going on the top, which we'd call that. And so there's just some things to understand about this song. But there's the intro. It's just between D minor and B flat. And then that goes into the verse. God of Jacob, great I am. And then it keeps going. And then the next chord that we see is on Voice of Many Waters. And that's going to be a C. And that's actually a slightly different voicing that they like to do. And that's going to look like this. We have C. That's how we play our C chord with the left hand. That's C, G, C. And then for the right hand, we're actually we're gonna move position a little bit. We're gonna go to here. E, G, C, D. And that's how it sounds all together. It's a nice, really full sounding voicing for this C chord here, and I notice that is what they play when they play this C chord. At least some of the time they switch it up so much, but that's just a great go-to chord for that C. All right, so we have Son of Man, and then Voice of Many Waters, Voice of Many Waters, and remember to keep that D going like that. And then we go back down to the B flat major. And then back to the C. And then back to B flat again. And then to the chorus. And so for the first chorus, what we're going to do is we are going to go way down with the left hand down to here. Like I said, this is the very last note on my keyboard. As you can maybe see, this is like the edge of my keyboard. So we're going to go super far down. And this is how the first chorus goes. Only the first chorus. Don't play any of the other choruses down here with the left hand. We're going to go back up here. But here's the first chorus. The same thing with the right hand. And then these are just octaves that we're going to play for the first chorus with the left hand. Don't put the this note in the middle. Only play the octave. 2 notes. D. And it's going to look like this. And then we have C. And that's like this. We only play this D note in the right hand, but we play an octave C in the left hand. And then on Let the Lion Roar, we have an octave B flat. And then we hit this chord again with the right hand. And then keep it going like that. And then we have a similar thing. But on the second time through that chorus line, Lion of Judah, then we're going to go up to an F octave. So it sounds and looks like this. We have F with the left hand and then still that D note with our pinky in the right hand. And then we go back down to the B flat. And then on Let the Lion Roar, what we have there is a G octave right here. And we're keeping that going. So here's what that all looks like for the first chorus. Hail, hail, Lion of Judah, let the lion roar. Hail, hail, Lion of Judah, let the lion roar. That is the first chorus. Then after that, we go to the second verse, which is exactly the same as the first verse. So we don't need to go through that. But then the second time that we go through the chorus, we're not gonna play down here like on the lower part of the piano anymore. We're gonna go up to here. So we are going to play it like this. 3 notes again with the left hand. So it goes like this. So you can play the same thing as we played down here, but now you can put that fifth in the middle. Unless we go down here to the G right here or this F, then you can still just play the octave. But then you're going to go through the second chorus like that, and you're going to stay in this area with the left hand the rest of the time. Now we come to the bridge, which the bridge has some slightly different chords here, and we're going to do something a little different with the right hand. So when we go from the instrumental, those are pretty much the same chords as the bridge. So let's take a look at those. First off, for the instrumental, we have B flat. So we've already done that one. These notes with the left hand, and these 3 with the right hand. But then when we come to this C sus chord, we have a C suspended or C sus, then that's going to be like this. A C chord, which is C, G, C, and we're going to play this with the right hand. And that's F, G, C, D. And don't forget this the whole time, basically. So that's... And then we go down to the G sus. So for that G, we're going to have to come down here, and we'll play an octave. And then for the right hand, we're going to keep the same shape that we did for our C chord just now. For our C sus, we have a G sus, and that's going to be played like this with the right hand, and an octave with the left hand. And we're also going to do the same thing with the next chord, which is an F. An F6 chord, technically. We're going to play an octave F right here with the left hand, and you can keep the same exact shape. F, G, C, D. So the bridge chords all together looks and sounds like this. So you can see for the right hand there, I'm kind of switching it up a little bit. I'm playing the chord, and then 1 note. The chord, and then 1 note. The chord again, 1 note, and the chord, and then 1 note. That D pedal tone. And there you have it. Those are all the different parts of Lion, and I really hope that this tutorial was helpful for you. Again, this is an unusual song when it comes to piano and playing worship for a song on piano. It's super far down. It's in a minor key, and it's you kind of have to be careful with how many notes you use when you get into this range. But I hope that this tutorial blessed you greatly, and I just want to again invite you to check out my book. It's called Basic to Amazing Worship Piano, and there's a link in the description just below this video. I've just poured out so much into that book. I talk about how to play chords with the right hand and the left hand, how to put them together, and also how to have amazing sounding improvisation with a special trick, a special key that that not very many people know about. I'm sure that that book will help you greatly in your playing if you want to give that a look. So again, thank you so much for watching this video. Please feel free to write any comments if you need more help, and I could make a part 2 if there's something more that needs to be explained for it. So much love and blessings to you all, and have an amazing time playing this song and worshiping God, and thanks again for watching.